Hey, spooky bitches, it's Bree,
It's Savannah.
and you're listening to the Spooksters Club. I'm gonna do the Appalachian Mountains, and I'm fucking scared. It's like all not scary, but it's, I don't know. There's like some weird stuff in here.
We like weird here
I
at the
know.
Spooksters Club.
And also, I'm not saying it wrong. I Google pronounced this, and it's Appalachian. I had it because like everyone's like, oh, it's the Appalachian, and I'm like,
I feel
oh
like
my
everyone
God.
says it
It's like
different.
whatever,
If
yeah.
I were to say it, I would say the Appalachian, but
Yeah, I was saying it, but then I know some people are gonna be like, it's the Appalachian, so I, whatever. So I have like 700 stories in this. Not really. There's like 5, I think. There's like 5 that actually have like legends and like some evidence to it, and there's just one. It's just like a cute little love story.
cute.
Yeah,
We don't do cute here on
but it's cute because
the
it's a love
Spooksters
story.
Club. We're all
Buckle.
about death and ghosts and spooky stuff. Okay, not death, but okay. Anyways,
Like weird shit. Okay.
proceed. Yeah, weird
So,
shit. Is it like a weird like love story, like a cute
it's
story?
yeah,
It's cute?
just like yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, starting with the history, 1.1 billion years ago is when the geological process that led to the Appalachian Mountains began. And the mountain range runs from Newfoundland, Canada, southwestward to what is now like central Alabama. They were home to the Cherokee, Choctaw, Shawnee, and Creek tribes. And some of the folklore includes but is not limited to the Mothman, the Bell Witch, the Flatwood Monster, the Wampus Cat, the Wendigo, and Bigfoot.
The Mothman is in the Appalachians, or
It's like
it's
in
just like spotted.
It's like in a town in like that like is near the Appalachian Mountains.
I do like the story of the. Did you see that movie?
What movie?
The Mothman. I think it's called The Mothman Prophecies or something like that with Richard Gere. Have you seen that movie?
There's a fucking movie?
Yes.
No.
It's spooky. It's good. I haven't seen it in a long time, but you'll have to watch it.
Interesting. No, I haven't seen it, but I'll have to watch it. Because it's like the Mothman is like
Yeah.
weird.
No, it's really weird.
Kind of.
Ooh.
What?
Ooh. We're going to have to cover that at some point, the Mothman.
Dude, I know.
Because I've seen, like, there's a lot of stuff.
I know. I only did, so I started off doing like 3, and then I was like, there's so much stuff, I can't only just do 3. Like, I was doing the Wampus Cat, but that one was kind of,
a Wampus Cat?
so it was kind of lame, so I just didn't do it.
Is it like a mythical creature?
Yeah, it's like, okay, it's like a cat, pretty much. Like people have described it as like an amphibious type cat.
A catfish?
No. No, like an amphibian is like a frog. I don't know. But anyway, that's what I've seen that it's described as. And it, like, the legend behind it was there was a lady and a man, part of like a native tribe. I forget like what tribe it was. But the man like left to go hunt, and his wife pretty much was like, you can't fucking leave me. So she followed them. But like she followed them, but she was still kind of like towards the back. Yeah, dude. And then she like took this wildcat pelt with her, and she was hiding under that, like disguising herself so they couldn't see her. And then they were doing like the man and the hunters were doing this kind of like ritual, and somehow she got spotted. And so one of the hunters like took her to the shaman that was with the tribe, and he pretty much cursed her to be that wild cat for the rest of eternity, for like disobeying her husband's orders, for witnessing a sacred ritual, and she's been described to like wander the area that she was cursed in.
That's spooky.
Yeah, there's that legend, and there's also another legend where there was a lady, fuck, I forget what her name was, but she was a lady part of another native tribe, and there was this like evil spirit, and she somehow like conquered the evil spirit, and so as like a thank you, they somehow like cursed her into like this cat to kind of protect the land.
Yeah. Huh.
But that was it. Like that's all that I found on it, and yeah, it wasn't like that exciting to me.
That is interesting though.
Yeah.
But also the first story, that like maybe that's a lesson to everyone to not be so toxic.
Don't be so fucking crazy.
Don't be fucking yeah, because when you go looking for shit, you usually find it and it's not good. But you didn't find like more stories like on that or like
no, and then when I searched the Wampus cat, it looked just like a bobcat.
Oh.
Like it looked just like a mountain cat type thing. Yeah.
That's interesting. But
yeah.
That's an interesting like legend. I like
yeah.
that.
It was interesting, but I don't know. I wanted something that had more like story to it.
Yeah.
So, this one that I found is about the moon-eyed people. Have you ever heard about the moon-eyed people?
And like the sound of that.
Okay. So, I'm going to tell you the story and then I'm going to show you a picture of what people think is this kind of humanoid creature of the moon-eyed people. So, so
is it's there's like multiple of them?
Yeah, it
Like,
was like a whole like
like a clan or whatever.
Well, not a clown, but like
Oh.
a race, yeah. No, okay, let me fucking tell you. Let me fucking tell you.
Sorry.
Okay, so they were described as short, white-bearded, nocturnal people, and they were considered to be a completely separate race of humans instead of like the mythical creatures or beings that a lot of people claim they were.
So they weren't mythical creatures, they were an actual like people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and a lot of people think this was because one, a lot of early structures were related back to those people, going as far back as 400 BCE.
Oh, yeah.
And in the Cherokee legend, when they went to go live in Appalachia, when they got there, these moon-eyed people were already there.
Oh, okay.
Like they were already like inhabiting the land.
Yeah.
And so the Cherokee viewed them as a threat. And so because of that, they decided to like wage war on them. And so on like a full moon one night, that was when they decided to like go after them because these people lived in caves.
But why did they see them as a threat? Just because they didn't know
because
what they were,
yeah,
or who they were, whatever?
Yeah, and they only came out at night, and they were like, I don't know.
So to them, they were like sketch.
Yeah. Okay. So they decided to do it on a full moon because that's when it's brightest at night, and so it really wasn't specified if they like went into the caves or if they lured them out of the cave or if they were just out in general because it was at night.
Yeah.
But when they were out, like they killed them, like, and then the ones that like weren't killed, like they just scattered around and they've never like been seen again. And then I'm going to show you a picture. So this is one of like the like structures that people claim are like the moon-eyed people. And then we'll like put this on the Instagram too, that way people can see it. There's not like definitive features like how they were described, but it's definitely weird.
So this is just what they are said to look like?
Yeah, pretty much. That was like one of the structures that was related back to around the time that it's claimed the moon-eyed people were inhabiting the Appalachian Mountains. So that's what a lot of people think they look like. That's all that I really found. Like after there was a war on them, they just like scattered and were like never seen again. Yeah.
Has there been any sightings or anything of them?
No. Because I mean, if there were, then it's all at night. But, like, I haven't, like, I searched and I couldn't find anything.
Like, no, like, recent accounts of them or anything? Huh.
No.
That's interesting, though.
Yeah. We're obviously going to go over the Wendigo. So, today we know the Wendigo as an evil spirit that is 15 feet tall, with skin pulled so tight that the bones are visible. And they have deer-like features. A lot of legends view the spirit of a Wendigo as a spirit of greed, gluttony, and insatiable hunger. And it's also said to be most active during, like, the winter months. People who have claimed that they have came across a Wendigo say the noisy forest goes quiet, they smell, like, rotten flesh. Like, they've also heard, like, screams, like, of it trying to lure them deeper into the forest or the woods. But then going into the Algonquian legend, it's a native tribe. So this tribe describes the Wendigo as a fearsome, emaciated beast with ashen flesh, sunken eyes, sharp yellow fangs, and claws.
Ew.
Which, like, no fucking thank you. Like,
well, fuck you. No thanks.
They also claim that it doesn't have lips because it ate its own lips because it's, like, hungry for its lips.
Did it tell you that? Did he tell you that?
No, but I'm just assuming that. The legends also claim that only a shaman can subdue and destroy the Wendigo by using a silver bullet, or a silver dagger.
What?
And then after the shaman destroys the Wendigo, the heart needs to be melted or burned in a fire before its spirit is completely vanquished. Going to the first known written mention of a Wendigo was a report in 1636 by a French Jesuit missionary named Paul Lejeune. So he was living amongst the Algonquian tribe in what is now Quebec, Canada. And the story states a woman had warned him of an Achin, which is like their Wendigo. And she had warned him that this Wendigo had eaten some tribal members nearby, and it would continue to eat more of them if it were not called somewhere else. Because I think he was, like, trying to, like, spread the word of quote-unquote God. Yeah. And so she was like, okay, be careful. Like, if you go to that tribe, you're going to get fucking eaten.
Your lips. You ain't going to have no lips.
And then there's also been a few instances of murder and cannibalism that have been blamed on, like, the Wendigo.
Yeah.
So, in North America in 1879, a Cree hunter and trapper named Swift Runner claimed a Wendigo spirit had entered his dreams and told him to eat his family. So, he did eat his family and kill his family. He was tried for murder, found guilty, and then hanged a year later for his crimes.
Oh my God.
And there's another one that I found where a shaman and his brother were charged with the murder of the brother's daughter-in-law because they strangled her so that way she would not become possessed with the Wendigo spirit. Yeah. I was trying to find some stories in general from, like, recently about the Wendigo, and a lot of them are just talking about how, like, they were in the woods, in the forest, and it was silent, and they started smelling, like, rotten flesh, and they were hearing, like, weird-ass noises, and they just, like, left. Like, none of them obviously stayed to see what it was.
They should've.
Dude, fuck no. They wouldn't be alive to tell the story.
Oh, you're right. Because I was going to say then we'd have a good little story, but not if they had no fucking lips. How the hell are they going to talk if they have no lips?
He would just fucking eat them. Like, it wasn't just the lips.
No, I'm just,
eat them.
yeah, true. Anyways, moving on.
Okay.
I'm just stuck on, like, the lip part.
I know, I was too for a little bit because I was like, that's fucking weird. But then, like, I don't know. Like, I guess, like, if you really wanted to, like, you could eat your lips, but...
But, like, why would you do that?
I don't know. Because it's a spirit of insatiable hunger, and it's a cannibal.
Why didn't he just eat, like, himself, all of himself? Why did he just eat the lips?
Because they were right there. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't come up with these fucking legends.
If anyone out there can give me some answers, phone us.
Shut up.
I need these questions answered ASAP.
Oh my god. Okay. So 2 years ago, a TikTok user named Beauty Merk, MRK, posted kind of like 3 videos about an encounter he had in Colorado.
Oh, no.
So
Where in Colorado?
in the Springs.
Because if y'all remember, we're in Colorado and
And I'm never going to the fucking Springs. There goes me moving, not to the fucking Springs. So in his first video, he's kind of like talking about some of the encounters that he has. And then he's talking briefly about like the conspiracy of like the national forests. Do you know like that?
No.
So it's pretty much like the summary version is the government is aware of like these cannibalistic, undomesticated people living in the national parks. And that's why like a lot of people go missing in national parks and are never to be seen again.
What the hell?
Yeah. So he was like kind of going over that. And then he comes up to an experience he had a couple years ago at that point when he was saying the story in Colorado. So then in the second video, he's saying that his friend, him, and the friend's uncle were gonna go on a hike. Because I guess he doesn't live here, so I think he was just visiting.
Oh.
So they went hiking like during the summer, and his friend's uncle was gonna show them like places in the Cheyenne Mountain that they've never seen before or something. So then as they were like getting ready to go, his uncle was telling him about an encounter or like an experience that he had the week prior at his farm. And the uncle was pretty much just saying that like he was like tending to his farm, I guess, and then like he seen something in the distance in the woods. But he said that he could see someone or something like moving the tree stumps like out of the ground, I'm assuming. Because like how the fuck would you move tree stumps?
Like he's like plucking them out of the ground and like
I
moving?
guess.
What?
I don't fucking know, dude. That one was kind of weird. And then like even the guy was like, that sounds like really weird. Like that's more like paranormal.
That's
like
strange.
I don't know if like he's a believer or whatever.
Where is this farm? In the Springs?
I think so.
Huh. That's really
Yeah,
strange.
because the Cheyenne Mountain is like, I think like an hour and a half drive southwest of the Springs.
Yeah.
Like I'm assuming it's near the Cheyenne Mountain Zoo, but I've never been.
Okay.
And I'm probably never going to go after this story, so.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you forget that we're ghost hunters, so buckle
Fuck.
up.
Fuck, I'm not going.
Buckle the
I'm
fuck-
not
buckle the
fucking
fuck
going.
up.
In the woods? Okay, no, dude. Like, I don't even like going on fucking hikes. Like, okay,
Wow.
like.
We gotta give the listeners what they want, and they want us to go ghost
Dude,
hunting.
fuck that. Like, if we go on hikes, like, there was this one place we went on a hike, and there was, like, not really anyone there, and I just get weird feelings in, like, woods and, like, forests, because it's, like, there's so much, like, there's so many trees, there's so much, like, shrubbery and, like, shit to where, like, someone can be looking at you, or something can be looking at you, but you can't see it. And I don't know, that shit just fucking creeps me the fuck out. So anyway, back to my story. So after that, they like hiked up to this waterfall, and he described it as kind of like a circular cove with like a cave in the back.
Okay.
So he says that they were hanging out and they were swimming in the cove, and then they kind of like out of nowhere started hearing knocking on like the trees, like the wood on the trees. Mm-hmm. So then they like fucking idiots, they decided to walk to try to find out where the knocking was coming from. So when they got to the spot they thought the knocking was coming from, they immediately got hit with like a cold gust of wind. Which, like, to be like devil's advocate, like that's not unknown to like for it to be colder in the mountains
for there to be wind.
Yeah. So I was just like, okay. But then after that, he said that he kind of felt like he was being watched. So then after they all kind of got like this weird feeling, they were weirded out by the wind, they decided to go back and head down to the waterfall. So he said when they got to the waterfall, it was like still really cold. And after being at the waterfall for a little bit, they kind of started to hear like whispering, like whooshing almost, like kind of whispering. And then he said that he had turned to the waterfall and he had seen something. And he turned to his friend and was like, look at the waterfall. Like, do you see that? And then when he looked back at the waterfall, there was a person behind the water. Because remember, there's like a cave.
Yeah.
That he had seen something behind the waterfall. And they started getting freaked out because they thought that someone was just like standing there watching them, which is like fucking obviously weird. And then he said that whatever was behind the waterfall started to stretch its arm out. I'm assuming like through the water, but I don't know like what kind of like, do you know what, like, okay.
Probably just like put, like if you're gonna reach out to someone.
Yeah.
Like putting your hand out. Like
yeah.
That,
yeah.
Right.
And then he said that the uncle kind of like seen it or like whatever, and the uncle was immediately like, we have to get the fuck out of here. Like, we have to go because the uncle and the friend were Navajo. So he was like, we need to fucking leave. And then the guy said that he was like leaving and he looked back and the person was still like stretching its arm out. And he described it as like a Play-Doh man.
Play-Doh man?
Yeah. Like,
because his
like
arm
how you like
kept
stretch, like,
okay.
And like that was it. Like there was no like follow-up. There was no like what happened after they left.
We should reach out to this guy.
Did I know? I was kind of thinking about it.
Oh, we should go out. We should ask them if we could go to this
Dude,
farm.
fuck no!
Oh my god.
No! I'm not. Just kidding. I might, but I don't know.
She won't.
Fuck off. Like during the day, I would.
Bitch, there ain't no spooky shit on in the day.
Yeah, that's the fucking point.
The fucking point is we need some evidence.
Oh my god.
How are we gonna be?
But at what cost? At what cost are we gonna get that evidence?
I mean,
are you willing to be eaten by a Wendigo for that evidence?
I might. Like,
no.
That would make for a good story, honestly.
But who's gonna tell the fucking story if we're all eaten?
Well, hopefully, like, we can, like, take our camera and
oh my god, and it'd be, like, a lost fucking footage
That'd
film.
That'd be fucking cool.
That
Not for us,
yeah, I'm like, well, that would be kind of cool.
That would be
like,
cool.
it would be cool if we got away and, like, we weren't eaten. We were just traumatized.
That would be good. That would be really good, honestly. That would be good. I mean, not for us to be traumatized, but at least we'd live to tell the story.
Yeah. Like, as without the trauma and without being eaten, that would be...
As long as he doesn't eat my lips, like...
Shut the fucking lips.
I
Shut
need
up.
them. I
should have never fucking put that in
You
there.
shouldn't have. That is so funny to me. I could just see him with his teeth. His little teeth out. Oh, fuck.
Stop.
I wouldn't even be able to take him serious with his fucking teeth out.
That would be so fucking scary.
Honestly, that would be scary.
I would fucking shit myself, dude. Just the way you were. She's like moving her lips. She's getting her fingers and she's moving her lips.
Well, that's the only way because I can't, like, scrunch them in, you know? Like
oh my god, have you ever played that game where you have to put, like, the dental thing and it like stretches out your lips?
Yes.
And then you have to like say a word and
you
like you have to like try to figure it out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm like picturing right now. Oh my god, that shit was fucking hilarious. I just like keep seeing you like
that's the only way I could like do it.
Or like not even just like think of like fucked up ass like chewed off lips, dude. Like
that would be honestly
like chewed fucking meat. Like
honestly, without being stupid, like that shit would be so scary
I'd be so
to see.
fucking scared.
Does he have hair?
Oh my god.
To these stories?
He's he has, like, some fur.
Oh.
But he's also been, like, described as bald. So
he's a bald-headed bitch.
Stop. Oh my god. Yeah, okay.
We can't go Wendigo hunting now because he's gonna be like,
and that's like the first thing that
I
you
heard
can't
you
do
talking
is
shit.
like talk shit about it.
I won't talk shit like in person because
I'm so fucking scared right now. I don't want to go anymore.
Because when I think of the Wendigo, and I'm sure I've looked it up, but I just think of it as like a wispy like thing, like wispy, like no features, just kind of something that like comes and gets your ass and then dips. That's it.
What?
I don't really like. I didn't think he had like. I mean, well, he don't have lips, but I didn't think he had like features or anything.
Yeah, well, because like some legends, so like the legend is based off of like I don't even know, like centuries ago. It comes out at night, like in the winter, because these tribes would like go hunting in the winter and they wouldn't have food and they would like be lost in like the woods, the forest, whatever the fuck. And then like someone would always turn to cannibalism. And they would eat like the tribe members that were with them.
Yeah.
And then like that's kind of like how it's like this like legend creature started.
Okay. So it's
I guess I should have
rooted
mentioned
in,
that like in the beginning.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Sorry.
but okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So that's where that one comes from. And then have you heard of the Bell Witch?
I have.
Okay. So the Bell Witch started in the 19th century, and this legend is centered around the Bell family. So the Bell family moved from North Carolina to Robertson County, Tennessee in 1804. And when the Bell family got there, it was like there really wasn't a lot of development in the county yet because it was still like, why are you fucking laughing?
I don't know. I just think it's funny to hear like county talking about like
County?
Anyways, proceed.
Okay. So there wasn't a lot of development I'll switch it to town.
Yeah, thank you.
But they kind of helped develop the town by selling like produce, goods to people like throughout the town, and they also like helped build like structures and like houses and stuff. So the Bell family and like some of the local area around the town where they were in was attacked by an invisible entity that was able to shape shift, speak, and affect the physical environment. So the first kind of strange encounter happened in 1817 when John Bell witnessed an apparition that he described as a dog with a head of a rabbit. And I've also heard and seen that he just described it as like a dog, like a fucking huge ass dog in like the middle of a cornfield. And when he went to go see, because I guess like him and the dog like locked eyes or something. And so when he went to go like chase after the dog, there was no evidence that anything had been like sitting in the cornfield. Because like, like.
Okay, yeah.
If you're sitting in the cornfield, like the corn whatevers are going to be like pushed down. It was like there was no evidence that anything was there. So then a little while after he witnessed that dog rabbit hybrid.
But time out. Okay, so but he saw this rabbit dog or this dog rabbit.
Yeah.
But at that time when he saw it in the cornfield, he already had a rabbit head?
So there's two like different kind of stories of what he's seen.
Oh, okay.
So the one that you always hear about is the dog with the rabbit head, and he just like seen it.
Okay.
I'm assuming wherever, because it doesn't really say where he's seen it.
Okay.
But the possible encounter he had with, like, the huge-ass dog
Mhm.
was specifically, like, in the cornfield.
Okay.
So those are just two that I
Oh,
found.
okay.
And then a little while after he witnessed that dog creature, his two sons were sleeping and they began to hear like gnawing on the wood. And so the boys just thought it was mice that was gnawing on their bedposts. So they went to get off their bed because they had like kind of like bunk beds, I'm assuming, like I've heard in some stories. They had bunk beds, and when they went to get off of the bunk bed, they looked on the floor and there was no evidence of like mice or anything like chewing on the bedpost. And then
That'd be a scary like noise.
dude, yeah, like that's fucking weird.
Like it'd be weird to begin with, but then to find that there's nothing there. Oh
Yeah.
fuck no.
Yeah, dude. And then so they went and got on their bed again, and as soon as they like got off of the floor in their bed, it started again. And then as soon as their feet hit the floor, it stopped. So
Imagine how shitty back then too. They didn't have like fucking night lights. Wait, what time was this again?
in the 1800s, like 17, they had the candles with the little candle holder.
Oh fuck no.
But then you'd have to like get off your bed,
that'd be fucked
find
up.
the candle,
light
find
it.
the fucking light the fucking candle.
Imagine
Dude.
to be all shitted and then you're like, I gotta get my
fuck no,
lighter.
dude.
Oh no, never mind. Don't even have no fucking lighters.
No. No. Like,
I'd be like,
I would be shitted because I have to sleep with a nightlight.
Yeah,
like,
me
what are you
too,
gonna
that's why-
fucking do? Sleep with your candle on and burn your fucking house?
maybe if they're hearing fucking noises, just burn
Dude,
that
I
shit
would.
down.
I would. I'd be like, fuck this house. Burn it to the ground. Okay. So, after that, they got into bed and like the noises like still continued like throughout the night. So they were just like, fuck it, whatever. And then a couple days after that, the boys were like in bed, they were like falling asleep, and it's not funny, but it's like fucking scary. I'm so fucking scared. So after they were like falling asleep, they're like kind of like in the space between like sleeping and like up, and they heard someone gasping for air. So, oh my god, I don't fucking like that. So they were kind of like listening, and it was coming from underneath their bed. Could you imagine being on the bottom bunk and hearing someone gasping for air underneath you?
Oh my god, I don't like that.
I would be fucking shitted.
I would just die of a heart attack right then. Like I'd be like, ugh.
I'd be like frozen with fear. Like, oh my
Dude,
god,
I'd be frozen with death. Cause like, fuck no.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck
I didn't.
that.
When I seen that, I was like, ooh. And then I was doing this like home alone, and so I'm like, fuck, man. And like where I was sitting, like I can see into my bathroom, and the mirror is right there. And I was like, oh my god, I'm so fucking scared right now.
Okay,
Dude.
so for you listeners, we love spooky stuff, obviously. We wouldn't be doing this if we didn't, but at the same time, we are
Fucking chicken shits.
certified chicken shits. Like, weird.
You look up chicken shits, it's me and Savannah.
Yeah, and we're there like, like, we're fucking scared. Like, we're getting scared right now telling you guys this stuff because, like, we know later.
But it's like, oh my god,
we know
just
later
like,
we're gonna have to, like, freaking be in our beds.
dude, I'm gonna have to fucking
at
like
night.
sage myself. I forgot to bring the fucking sage.
Oh, what the fuck
God
are you
damn it.
doing?
I don't know, I fucking forgot it. But yeah,
You
like,
want the freaking Wendigo with no lips to come
dude, shut
get
the
us?
fuck up. On the fucking lips again. Okay, I'm gonna continue. So,
That's like my favorite, like, I love that. I don't know why.
so after they were hearing the gasping, they like finally got like built up enough nerve to look under the bed, which I would never like. Under the beds are fucking scary. Like I just hate under the beds. So obviously there was no one there, and so they decided to wake up their whole fucking house to like look for whatever the fuck was gasping, and after like a long time.
Okay, so gasping, like when you're saying gasping, like
Yes.
Like,
Like, that's what
but
I'm
is it like
thinking.
over, like just like one time they just heard it?
No, like
oh, like
like,
okay.
could you imagine?
Oh,
Just like picture,
fuck,
just
no.
picture.
I don't want to
Close your
picture.
eyes.
No, I don't want to close my eyes. Okay.
Just
Okay.
close your eyes and just picture.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
I would
Especially
fucking piss myself.
especially the way you just did that. Because that kind of
that's
sounds
what
like.
I envisioned. Like, that's what, when I was reading that, because when I read, like, I have, like, I make the pictures up in my head. I don't know if anyone else does that or if I'm just fucking weird. But that's what I was, like, hearing and, like, thinking it would sound, dude.
So kind of maybe, like, shallow breathing, like, having a hard
Yeah.
time breathing.
But then
like,
either way, too, if you're hearing, like, something go, like, are you,
oh
that's
my-
not any fucking better.
regardless
hurt my
of
throat.
any noise. Regardless. Like, any noise knowing that no one else is supposed to be there, fuck
Yeah, no.
So especially
Fuck
something
no.
like that, I'd be like,
Shitted. Yeah, dude. So they, like, the family was looking and, like, for, like, I'm assuming, like, what was forever, and, like, they couldn't find anything or anyone to, like, make that noise.
yeah.
And then it just, like, fucking freaks me out. And then Drew, who's John's son, was, like, outside and he witnessed a large bird perched on the fence. And he said that the bird was, like, of extraordinary size.
Oh.
And then when he looked at it and it, like, made eye contact with him, it flew off. And then Betsy, who's John's daughter, well, she was in, like, the town or, like, near the property. She witnessed a young girl with a green dress swinging on an oak tree. So after the activity started in the woods, because all of this, except for, like, the gnawing and the gasping, like, they were seeing things, like, in the woods and, like, around their property.
Okay.
So after the woods, it quickly moved inside and things started, like, happening in the house. So they were hearing knocking on the walls. They were hearing, like, the gnawing on the bedpost. They were hearing chains dragging along the floor. And they would often hear two dogs, like, off in the distance fighting. Like, a dog fight, like, in the distance. Like, fucking weird.
That's weird. Is there any accounts of, like, how they moved into this house or whose house this was to begin with? Did they build this house?
I don't know.
No.
I think, like, I'm assuming it's a farm, kind of, because, like, there's a cornfield. And I don't know. I just, like, picture, like, a farm with a cornfield. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucking dumb. But I don't know. That's what I envisioned it when I was reading it. But I don't know. Like, I don't know.
Huh. That's
If this was, like, a house that was already there or if they built it.
Maybe they built it, and maybe we can look into it, but maybe they built it because, like you said, this wasn't, like, a fully developed little town, right? So,
but there was also, it was, like, where this house was, there was Native American burial grounds around it, and there's a cave that's now called, like, the Bell Witch Cave, and it said that there was a native person buried there, and the grave was disturbed. Because, like, I'll talk about it, but I was watching YouTube videos, and in the overnight video that I was watching, is what their channel is called, but they were talking about how there was, like, a Native American girl that was buried in the cave, and like, it was, like, all fucked up and, like, torn up and shit. So yeah, I don't know kind of, which, like, is weird because I didn't see it when I was researching it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after the activity intensified, the quote-unquote witch cursed and tormented John and his daughter Betsy. And she was kind of, like, she hated John and Betsy for, like, some reason.
Okay.
And then after the witch cursed him, John claimed that he would have, like, occasional mouth paralysis, and Betsy would be slapped, pinched, and struck with pins. Yeah. But then, too, like, mouth paralysis, like, back in those days, like, I guarantee you, like, they didn't brush their fucking teeth. Like, so that could be, like, I'm being so fucking serious. Because, like,
Oh my
I don't know. But, like, and
so
also...
you're saying, like, their stink breath, like, let them...
No, but, like, if you don't brush your teeth, like, you get fucking mouth disease, dude. Like, you get diseases and shit. And, like, Bell's palsy, like, he could have had Bell's palsy, like, he could have had a fucking stroke, and he could have had an infection in his mouth, and he could have had, like, an autoimmune disease. So, like, I'm not saying, like, oh, the fucking witch cursed him, and now he can't move his fucking mouth. But, like, there's other things that could have caused that.
Yeah. And then, at that time, there wasn't a lot known about, like, much of anything. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's why I said it. They didn't brush their fucking teeth, like...
Okay.
Like, you, like, don't fucking, like, it's... Don't fucking laugh at me.
Anyways. But no, I get what you're saying, where there were certain, say, maybe, like, diseases or illnesses or whatever, right? And
yeah, and they didn't know, like,
they didn't know
shit. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, like, could the witch have caused this? Yeah, sure. But also, like...
I think they turned a lot to, well, it must be a curse. When they couldn't explain something like that.
Yeah. So that's why I'm, like, bringing that up, because a lot of different things could have, like... could have happened for him to, like, not be able to move his mouth. Because then, too, it's, like, he would have occasional mouth paralysis, and it wasn't just, like, constant. That's weird, like, it would come and go, yeah. So, after this, like, torment of, like, the Bell family, he would ask people to kind of, like, come and stay the night to see if it would stop when other people came in. Okay. So he had asked a family friend, James Johnson, for help. So when James came in and was, like, trying to, like, quote unquote, like, help the family. I don't know how the fuck you help a family that's, like, going through that shit.
He was just a family. He wasn't. I mean, he was just a friend. He wasn't he wasn't like a priest or anything. He was just like some dude.
He was just like like a family friend.
Okay.
Because the Bells, like, helped build the town. Yeah. So they were seen as, like, great people, and these people wanted to help them from, like, and figure out, like, what the fuck is going on. Yeah. Okay. So when James was getting ready for bed, he said that he began to hear the knocking, the gnawing, and, like, he would hear, like, people breathing around him. And then in the next morning, he had told John that the spirit is something from the Bible. Which, like, no fucking thank you. Yeah. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't fucking like that shit either. But then it's also claims that when the, like, activity moved into the house, the kids would knock to try to communicate with whatever it was. Which, no fucking thank you.
Like, don't be doing that. I'll beat your ass.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, dude, I'd be fucking pissed. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
You're fucking stupid.
Oh my god. And it wouldn't even be because I was mad. It would be because I was fucking scared.
Shitted, yeah.
Like, you're fucking playing with shit we don't fucking know about.
Oh, like, don't be doing
and that. Especially, like, in 1817, like, what the fuck? Yeah, bitch. I would think it was the fucking devil knocking on my door. Like, what the fuck? Count me the fuck out, dude. Count me the fuck out. I would not. I could not.
I would have they were freaking developers. I would have just built me a house somewhere else.
God, dude, yeah. Count me the fuck out. But then, after that, like, John went and, like, told the whole fucking town about what was happening, and then the townspeople were kind of like, fuck this witch, and they started asking, like, who are you, like, what do you want? And it's been said that the spirit replied, and, like, everyone fucking heard it, and the spirit said, I am a spirit. I was once very happy, but I have been disturbed. So then the spirit goes on to tie its origin to a Native American burial ground that was located on the property. Okay. So The spirit also stated that its name was Katie, and at times, like the spirit would show Lucy, who's John's wife, like kindness. Like she was nice to her and like the other kids, but to like John and Betsy, she was like, no, fuck you, and would just like,
What did they do to offend her?
I don't know. I have no fucking clue.
That's weird.
And then she, like, after a while, like, the witch claimed that she intended to curse and kill John. So, while, like, the Bell family was having people, like, spend the night to, like, see if they could, like, help or whatever the fuck with this spirit, a family friend, William Porter, claimed that the witch climbed into bed with him one night while he was staying there, and this allowed him to seize the spirit in like bedclothes, which is pretty much just like the bed sheets. And so he attempted to like grab the spirit and throw the witch into the fire, but he wasn't able to because he stated the immense weight and stench of the witch prevented him from succeeding. And there's actually a picture, well, obviously not like a picture, but like a drawing, because there's a book about the Bell Witch. So let me show you this picture. As I'm like trying to look it up right now. Hold on. Okay, so here's the picture of what is depicted as William Porter getting the witch in the bed sheets and like trying to throw her into the fire.
Oh, no wonder she had it out for him. She's just trying to like.
This is. So this is like the friend. This isn't like John. But it's weird that she climbed into bed with him and not like John. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said happened. She was trying to get a little freaky with William.
She was trying to get some. Damn.
That's weird, dude.
That's freaky.
And then here's
maybe like she was mad because they were like hooking up, and then he was like, no more. And then wait, who did she climb into bed with?
William?
Nah, William's the friend, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
And then here's a picture of Betsy. Dude, she looks kind of fucking scary. And all these pictures, like, you can just, like, look up and see when you, like, Google search the Bell Witch. But, yeah. So then in 1820, John died of poisoning. So, like...
Poisoning?
Yes.
What kind of poisoning?
Like, they don't know what it was. So, like, one day he, like, he wasn't feeling good, and he, like, went to bed, and he just, like, never woke up. But they continued to, like, give him medicine, like, during, like, the small spurts of time that he would wake up to try to, like, figure out what the fuck was wrong with him. And then, they gave him this medicine, and then within, like, minutes, he, like, died.
Oh, shit.
And then as soon as he died, they heard, like, this witch or spirit, and she was taking credit for, like, killing him. Mm-hmm. Because remember, like, she said that she wanted to curse him and kill him. Yeah. So she said, I killed old Jack, poisoned his medicine, he won't be coming back from that.
Oh, my God.
And then so when they heard that, there was, like, a little, like, bottle of medicine in the cabinet, like their medicine cabinet that was near his bed. But it was like a weird, like, murky color, and no one knew where that came from. And then so the doctor, like, trigger warning, like, this is, like, they're gonna kill an animal. But they, because I was so sad when I read this. I was like, no. So the doctor was like, okay, well, we need to try it on something. because we don't know what this is.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So they had a cat, like a farm cat or like a house cat, whatever the fuck, and they gave it to this cat, and within minutes, the cat died.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sad.
And then here's a picture of that.
Of the dead cat?
No, of them giving the fucking medicine to the cat.
Oh. So he fell ill, and then they were giving him medicine, and that's how he died.
Yeah, so they were like giving, because back then it was like liquid, like.
No capsules?
Yeah, bitch, no pills, no capsules. Just straight from the fucking bottle, liquid. You fucking dick.
Why?
Because you're making fun of me. No capsules.
Well, you're all... That's all they had back then.
Well, that's all they fucking had. You're being a fucking jerk. Why do you fucking hate me?
Oh my god.
So then, after that, a lot of, like, he's fucking dead. And a lot of people believe that the spirit of the Bell Witch was a woman named Kate Batts. So a lot of people thought she was a witch because she was mocked by people throughout the Red River settlement in Robertson County, which is like the town that they had lived in. Because she used like improper words along with like strange, like I don't know, I guess she would just do like strange shit. So they thought she was practicing black magic. So, or like another form of the occult. So a lot of people believed that when John Bell and Benjamin Batts, which is Katie's brother, had like a fight about something, that was when Kate created the witch or the spirit, because she was mad at John because of the fight that her brother had with him.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. I know it's a lot, but like they don't know. They don't know who it is. And then, so, like, I was watching videos on it, and John Bell's 5th great-grandson,
Jesus.
yeah, claims that he is now being affected by the Bell Witch.
Oh, fuck no.
Because after John died, like, she pretty much told the town, like, I'll be back in, like, fucking 17 or 24 years. And, it was, like, 17 or 24, so.
That's weird.
Sorry. So, like, 17 or 24 years later, like, the experience, like, the activity started again. But then as soon as it started, it stopped.
Wait, okay, so the timeline, okay, you need to explain this to me again. Okay, so what grandkid was this to him?
This is John Bell's 5th great-grandson.
So, like, great.
Yeah. Grandson.
But so she came back in 24 years.
Yeah. So
then that meant that... Is this making sense?
No. Okay. Well, like, to me it is, but hold on. Okay. So 24 years after John Bell died, she came back.
Yes.
Because she claimed that she was going to come back during, like, at a certain amount of time. And then after she came back, like, as soon as she came back after 24 years, it stopped. So then he's claiming that she's back, that the Bell Witch is back.
The great-grandson.
Yeah, and she's haunting him because who his great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was. No?
No, the timeline just ain't timing to me because...
Okay, so
how old is this guy then?
Like in his 50s.
Okay.
And this
but you're
is
not
now.
saying because... Okay. See, that's what I wasn't getting.
Yeah,
because you're like, she came back 24 years later.
Yeah, and then I said after, like, as soon as she came back, like, it's like the activity stopped. And then now...
But is there accounts of her coming back those 24 years later and then...
Like, people would say, like, weird stuff was happening, but, like, after John Bell died, like, when she claimed, like, out loud that she was coming back, before she left after the 24 years, it was never, like, I'm gonna be back in 24 years again.
Oh, okay.
So it just
okay.
So
okay.
it just was like the activity would just kind of like happen.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But now, recently,
yeah,
the great,
like within the last like
fuck,
20 years, yeah.
Ooh,
He thinks,
but he's still living like in that town.
yeah,
That town
yeah.
is
He's
still
like a funeral director
there.
in that town.
Oh,
yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's fucking weird. But he claims that he's being affected by what he thinks is the Bell Witch. So, he's saying that one night he was like laying down and he was hearing like a door slam. But he said for this door to slam, like open and close, you would have to like, because it had a latch. So he was like, you would have to like turn the knob, open it, slam it, and then turn the knob again. Because he said it happened like multiple times. So then he like went and looked and like searched his house because he thought someone was breaking in, but he couldn't find any. Like there was no one there.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he said that like weird stuff kind of happens with like the doors and stuff again, but she hasn't been like, I'm the Bell Witch and I'm haunting you for your fucking great grandfather. So like,
cause like, what kind of beef do you have to have, bruh, to keep like coming back?
dude,
like,
I know. Yeah, I don't know, but coming to like present day, like the present day of like the Bell Witch, like encounters. A year ago, two YouTubers named Sam and Colby uploaded a video and they were investigating the Bell Witch Cave. Because on the Bell property, there was a cave. And a lot of people believe when the witch left, she went and hid in that cave.
Okay.
So for a while, like the people who like owned the Bell house, it wasn't open for like investigations. And then they opened it up and then Sam and Colby were able to go investigate. So it was Sam, Colby, their friend Josh, and their other friend. I forgot what his fucking name is. But his name is Seth. So they went and they like investigated. And when they started their investigation, they tried to communicate with the spirit using knocks because that's how the kids started to communicate with it. So they were like asking a question if like, oh, are you here or whatever, and knocking. And like you could fucking hear it, dude, like that shit scared me. And they were in the kitchen, so they were hearing like knocking on the walls and shit. And then after the knock, like after they were like, okay, they moved into the attic to do like a spirit box session. And it's like a spirit box is like a fucking radio. It's like white noise.
Yeah.
And it like switches through.
Because it goes so fast through the channels that it like, creates white noise.
Yeah. And then they hear a voice say Sam. And then like Sam was like, yeah, okay, like whatever, like fuck off. And then after he was like, no, like I don't think that said Sam. Whatever was trying to communicate said, hi, Sam. Which, if anything ever fucking says my name, I'm shitting. Like,
especially I feel like mine and your, like, our names, because
they're not, like...
They're not normal. I mean, yeah. Whatever.
But, like... Dude, don't even...
Savannah. Fucking better not.
Dude. Oh my god. I would fucking cry. Like, that shit would fucking scare the shit out of me.
Bree would have to go to therapy after that.
Dude, I fucking would. I would be so scared to, like, fall asleep. Dude, fuck. Okay. So, after that, their friend Josh had asked, like, why did you kill John Bell? And then the spirit answered back, because I chose him.
Oy.
And then... So they moved to the bedroom where, like, John Bell died. And I don't remember who it was, but someone had asked, what's your name? And the spirit answered back, Kate. Which, I would have been fucking dead. They would have had to...
Carry you out.
Fucking no, dude. Pick me up or some shit. Because fuck that. And then, after they were, like, investigating the house, they moved to the cave. And they used, I fucking forgot what it was. But they used I think it was like the spirit box. I don't know. They used something, and like they just kept getting like voices and like EVPs, and they like couldn't really make it out. And then they went like into the cave, like down this little like corridor in the cave or whatever,
Uh,
like into like the back of the
mhm.
cave. And they were like taking pictures with like a little Polaroid. And when the film like developed, like there was weird, it was almost like the film hadn't developed and it was just like an ink splotch like
Yeah.
on Colby, like near him. And there
Okay.
was one like near Sam too. But like that could just be a malfunction of the camera. Like it's not
Yeah.
necessarily like
Like
paranormal.
evidence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then most recently in December, the YouTube channel Overnight with Elton Casty and Corey Schreier came out with the episode with the YouTube video on the Bell Witch Cave.
Yeah.
And so when Sam and Colby came and they had just opened the like cave for investigations,
Mhm.
people were getting like small scratches, like they were like,
Ooh,
yeah, dude, I know. They weren't getting
we
like,
should go there.
are you fucking nuts?
Oh my god.
No. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Like I'm like down for it right now, but like if we were to ever to go, I'd
Like actually do it. Nah, I think I'd shit myself. Nah, we can't. Like
But let me
I
finish telling you. Let
okay,
me finish
sorry.
telling you. So in December they came out. Elton and Corey came out with with a video on the cave. So um they kind of got like the same thing, like the knocking, the voices, and then they were walking around in the cave with like what, oh my god, they were walking around in the cave with an ovulus, which like is pretty much the same thing as a spirit box, but you don't hear like the white noise. And they kept getting the names Tim and Sandy. And then they got another word that was supplicium, which is a Latin word that refers to punishment. So then as the episode goes on, they keep getting voices, and then they hear, and like on the ovulus, it comes up with the word mortifer, which means deadly, fatal, or death bringing in Latin. Yeah. And then when they were kind of like interviewing the people who worked there, they were saying that like a lot more people were getting like touched, a lot more people were getting like scratched, but like scratched so severe like it would like draw blood.
Yeah.
So that pretty much was like all that really happened. Like they were getting like Corey ended up getting like a weird bruise on his leg. And then that was kind of like it. Like there really wasn't. Like they didn't see anything. They were just getting more of like voices, like scratches, bruises and shit like that. And then have you heard of the Brown Mountain Lights?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
This one's kind of weird. So for over 2 centuries, eerie ghost lights have been appearing over the Brown Mountain. And the first known report of the lights was from a German cartographer named John William Gerard de Brom, who claimed to see balls of lightning bouncing through the tree line around the mountain. So a lot of people have claimed to see the lights, and a lot of people describe them as like glowing red orbs dancing over the hills until they disappear or explode over the peaks. And then in 1913, the U.S. Ecological Society investigated the claims of the lights, and they just came to the conclusion that the lights were caused by passing cars, or like the passing car lights or like train lights that were on the mountain. And then in 1916, a flood wiped out all the tracks and roads on the mountain, and the lights were still appearing. So this like disproved their claim that the lights were cars and train lights.
Okay.
And then there's a lot of theories about where the lights came from or like what the lights are. So the most common one that I seen was about a bloody battle between the Cherokee and the Catawba tribe. So when the battle, after they had their battle and like their war, the like mothers and the wives of the men who fought in the war would go and like look for their bodies to like bring them back home to bury them. And a lot of the time they would search like all day into the night, so they would bring torches with them and they would light their torches to go find the men throughout the mountains. I know, dude, like it's super sad. So a lot of people think, well, some people think that the lights are just the women looking for their loved ones with the torches.
Okay.
Which is like so sad.
That is sad.
And then there was an account with like, so this young man named Fate Wiseman, he climbed up to the top of Linville Mountain to camp for the night. So while he was looking into the valley, he saw a giant burning orb floating above the tree line. And then throughout the night, like he just kept seeing that. And then the next day, like he left, and then years after he seen the lights, he would bring his friends to go camp with him overnight, and they would also see the lights too. And then we're gonna go to like the 1700s. So there's a story about a man named Jim and Henry. So Henry was just like a farmer out there, I guess. And he had realized that what he had harvested before winter wouldn't be enough to last the family through the winter. So he decided that he needed to go hunt for something, but just not like he had to go hunt for a bear. Like only a bear would be enough food to last the family for like the winter. So he left, and when he left, he said he'd be back in 4 days, and he left with enough oil in his lantern for like a week. So he left, and like the family was kind of waiting for his return, and like the 4th day came and he never showed up. Like he like never came back. So Jim was unfortunately his slave. So
Really?
Jim, yeah. Like a lot of the, when I was researching, a lot of stories would say that Henry, like Jim was his slave, but everyone said that Jim was so kind and so generous, and that Henry was moved by his generosity and kindness, and he let him go. But Jim didn't have anywhere to fucking go, so he ended up staying with him.
Okay.
But I don't think that's fucking true. So, like, that, I don't know. That's just me. So, in my story, unfortunately, like, because either way, like, even if he was let go, like, he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, like he was
fucked. Yeah.
So he stayed with the family.
So he stayed with the family,
okay.
yeah.
And they, like, he was still, like, the slave, or...
I don't know.
It doesn't really
like, there was really only, like, 2 stories that I seen where he was let go. But he really wasn't let go because he came back because he had no one to go to.
Oh, okay, I got you, yeah.
So anyway, Jim ends up going to try to find him. Okay, so he tells the wife and the kids, Henry's wife and kids, I'll be back in 4 days with Henry. I know he left with enough oil in his lantern to last him a week. So Jim went, and then like 3 days later, 4 days later, 5 days later, he never showed up. They never came back home. And then the family, like his wife and kids, were just like, they met the same fate. They packed up and they fucking left. So then a lot of people claim that at night, if it's like dead silent, like you can hear people screaming for each other. Like you can hear, like people claim it's Jim yelling for Henry.
Okay.
So when Jim left, he told the family he was going to go to the top of the mountain because even if like Henry met like a terrible fate, he would be able to see the lantern and he would be able to bring him back home.
Okay.
But like he was never found. And then a lot of people just like forgot about this fucking story until a little boy named Fate Wiseman was hiking up, because remember that's the one that went camping. He was hiking up like this trail that like a lot of people like weren't like didn't know about, and he found two fucking lanterns on the trail.
What?
Yeah.
But that's even weird because if they were on the trail, I don't know. Is that weird?
Like it's weird, but then it's also too like this was like I don't know, like the Henry and Jim was just a story. But like he found like quote unquote evidence of two lanterns.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Because this was just kind of like a legend, like a story.
Yeah.
And then this kid found these. And when did this kid find these lanterns? How long after that?
Well,
that supposedly happened or whatever.
He went hiking in 1854.
So way after.
Yeah, like way after. And like the Henry and Jim story, like there really wasn't like a year.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just weird. Very odd. And then the last story is about a Cherokee and a Catawba woman. This is a little sad love story. So.
It's sad?
Yeah, like.
I'm not here to be sad. I'm here to get scared. Okay.
So, hundreds of years ago, the Catawba and the Cherokee tribe were at war with each other over, like, this piece of land. So, even though, like, both of their tribes were at war with each other, the Cherokee man and the Catawba woman somehow, like, fell in love. So, they would meet in secret, like, in the middle of the night. Because if either of them were caught, like, both of them would be dead. Like, they would, they would be killed. So, the legend says that the secret love continued for, like, months. Until one day the Cherokee man came to the woman and told her that he needed to fight against her tribe over the land. And so, she was obviously devastated because he would be leaving and he would be fighting like her people over land. But she had promised him that no matter how far he was, that she would try to she would show her love for him in like any kind of way she could. So the woman ended up going to the top of a mountain and she built herself like a little shack. And every night she would go to her window and she would light a torch in hopes that wherever the man was in the valley, he would see the light and know that that was her showing her love for him.
Okay.
So, it's claimed that every now and again, like, the people of the tribe would see, like, lights in the valley, and the woman thought it was the Cherokee man, like, reciprocating, like, the love or whatever. And then, until, like, one day, like, she never saw the lights again. Yeah. And even though she never saw the lights, that she continued to still light the torch for him, like hoping one day he would return home and know where he could find her. Mm-hmm. And then she just ended up dying in the shock of old age.
No.
And a lot of people claim that like on certain nights you can see like the lights from the valley and from the mountain lighting at the same time.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then, do we know if this man died? What?
I have no idea. Like, this was one of the legends that, like, there was nothing solid to back it up. Yeah.
Aww.
I know, I read that and I was like, oh my god, like, that's so sad.
That is sad.
The poor lady. Like, she died, like, not ever knowing what happened to him.
I don't like that one.
I know, I don't either.
I like that though. Like, I mean, I don't like it. I wish.
But it's different from like
made it home to her.
I know.
I do like the lights. People seeing both. You know, like that's interesting.
Yeah, and then like I've watched videos of the lights, and like, dude, like they're fucking weird.
Freaky?
Yeah.
Huh.
like they're like blinking lights, and then some lights like they move, but you can see like the light trail as they move. I don't know, dude. Shit's fucking weird.
So, okay. Interesting.
But yeah, that was my research on the Appalachian Mountains.
That was good. I like that. That was
dude.
spooky.
That was a lot of sweat and tears
There was a lot
into that one.
Yeah. You did good. I like that.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of myself. Because honestly, I was like, fuck, man, like, this is a lot. And then I thought I was done, and I just, like, went to, like, fact check shit, and I was like, there's more shit I gotta fucking add to
and
this.
you kept finding stuff.
Yeah. So, it was worth it. It was cute.
It was cute. Was it cute?
No, it wasn't cute.
You're all shit.
That ending was cute, though. Yeah, I was shitted for a lot of this, because I was home alone.
That's sad, yeah.
Doing this. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Yay. That was so good.
Thanks.
I was scared.
Were you really?
I was really scared, yeah.
I think you're fucking lying.
No, I was scared. They were really scary. There were scary things where I was like, ugh, that's scary.
Like the gasping?
Oh,
Dude,
fuck
me, man.
the gasping and then like the like gnawing, the chewing, whatever the
Yeah,
fuck. Oh,
I don't.
Hell no. Especially
appreciate
back
that.
then, because bro, like I said, no lights, like no.
And like I don't know, like when I think of people back in like the 1801, I'm like they probably thought everything was the fucking devil.
Yeah, they probably did, honestly.
Yeah. No thanks.
Because they thought everything was like witchcraft and
Yeah.
like, the devil and like all that good stuff.
That ain't good stuff.
I mean, well,
I get what you mean.
It's good stuff for anyways, whatever.
I get what you mean.
If there wasn't no spooky stuff, we'd not be having no podcast.
Dude, I know. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's it.
sounds-
Should we? I'll cut this out. I think I'll cut this whole end out. But should we be like, if you have a spooky story of your own?
I was gonna say.
Okay.
Well. Yeah, we'll just be like, and don't forget, if you guys have a spooky story, like, let us know.
Okay. Wait, we should make our Instagram. We should make the Instagram.
Oh yeah, no.
Because then I could be like, check out our Instagram. Like our email's linked there, and you'll see pictures.
Yeah, like send your stories to our Instagram.
Yeah.
Or go on our Instagram and submit your stories.
Yeah.
That's good.
Should we?